I discovered how to force you to study like a top student in just 8 minutes. You know that feeling when you try to study, but your brain just won't? Pathetic. Your eyes glaze over, your notes look like they're written in alien symbols, and suddenly, even scratching your elbow feels more interesting? Yeah, it makes you feel like an idiot. But why does this happen? Because you haven't figured out how to stop studying like a headless chicken. In this video, I'm going to show you 8 tricks to study like a top student, even if you think you suck at studying or your brain runs on potato mode. So let's get started. 8. Build your high-performance identity. Stop acting like a Disney princess who says, "I'm not in the mood to study right now." Oh, really? And when will your Royal Highness be in the mood? When the exam's in 6 hours and you're having a mental breakdown over question 1. Grow up, idiot! Top students don't wait for a magical burst of inspiration. They decide who the hell they are. They say, "I'm the kind of savage who studies, even when I'd rather eat drywall." That's a high-performance identity. You don't ask if you should study, you just do it, like brushing your teeth or avoiding your ex. And listen, here, your brain's a gullible little sponge. It believes everything you feed it. Keep telling yourself, "I suck at this," and boom, you made it real. But say, "I'm the kind of lunatic who shows up no matter what." And eventually your brain's like, "Oh damn, I guess that's who we are now." Trick it, manipulate it, lie to it until it becomes true. You're not a loser unless you insist on being one. 7. Set one clear goal before you study. Oh, so your master plan is to open your book, stare into the void, and tell yourself, "I'll just study a little." What are you, a daydreaming Teletubby? Get real, you microwave-brained goblin. That's not a study plan. That's how you end up alphabetizing your highlighters, cleaning your keyboard with a Q-tip, and learning nothing. Real top students show up knowing exactly what they came to do. I'm solving 5 physics problems. I'm roasting 10 flashcards like marshmallows. I'm finishing this essay paragraph, even if it shatters my soul. That's how you get results, not your vague little, "I'll study a bit" nonsense. Idiot! Set one goal, not 10. Not 0. 1. Tiny is fine, just be specific. 6. Ask this to ChatGPT before studying. Oh, wow. So you're still trying to study everything like a good little student? That's cute. And dumb. Hate to break it to you, Einstein, but not all topics are created equal. Some stuff matters, the rest is academic filler. No one cares about, not even the professor. That's where the 80-20 rule comes in. You find the 20% of content that gives you 80% of the results, and you laser focus on that. Everything else? Skim it, ignore it, or burn it. Okay, maybe don't burn it. Unless it's group project notes, then go nuts. And here's the cheat code. You don't need to figure it out by yourself, Einstein. That's what ChatGPT is for. I actually created this prompt to help you identify the 20% of topics that will give you 80% of the results. You'll get a clear breakdown of the most important concepts, common mistakes, question formats, and how to study smarter and faster. All of it. 5. Use the SQ3R technique. Oh, so you're still reading your textbook like it's a bedtime story? No wonder nothing sticks, you idiot. Try using the SQ3R technique instead. It's not an alien transmission, I swear. It stands for survey, question, read, recite, and review. First, you survey the chapter like a detective scanning a crime scene. Look at headings, bold words, and diagrams. Then you question what the heck you're about to learn. Wait, like, what's the point of this? Or why should I care? A valid question when the topic is fungus reproduction. Then you actually read, not skim, read like someone with a brain. After that, you recite what you just learned out loud like a maniac talking to yourself. And finally, review the key points so your goldfish memory has a fighting chance. 4. Try the one more hack. Are you seriously about to quit after solving 2 questions? Pathetic. You think top students are out here saying, "Wow, I did 5 minutes of studying, time to reward myself with 3 hours of TikTok"? No, you lazy brain slug. That's where the one more hack comes in. When your brain starts crying and begging to stop, you hit it with, "Shut up, just one more." One more paragraph, one more math question, one more flashcard. Sounds harmless, but it's a trap, a good trap. Because once you do one more, your dumb brain realizes, "Oh, I didn't die," and you keep going. Before you know it, you've studied for 40 minutes like an actual functional human. 3. Walk and review flashcards. Oh look, You're trying to memorize facts while sitting hunched over your desk like a depressed shrimp again. Genius move, Einstein. Here's a better idea. Get off your lazy ass and go for a walk while reviewing flashcards. Yeah, I said it, walk. Turns out your brain works better when your body isn't melting into a chair. Movement boosts memory, and suddenly reviewing that boring anatomy term feels less like torture and more like a secret productivity hack. Use Quizlet on your phone or, wild idea, actual physical flashcards. Walk around the block, pace like a maniac in your room, whatever. Just don't sit there drooling and wondering why nothing sticks. You're not a plant. Move. 2. Review within 24 hours. Let me guess. You go to class, nod like you understand, then never look at that crap again until 2 days before the exam when you're crying into your notes like a confused raccoon. Sound familiar, idiot? That's why your brain tosses half the info like it's spam mail. Here's the fix. Review your notes within 24 hours. Not next week. Not when Mercury's in retrograde. 24 hours. That's the magic window where your brain decides if something's worth keeping or if it goes straight to the trash folder. You don't need to rewrite everything like a medieval monk. Just skim, highlight, quiz yourself a bit. Show your brain it matters. Otherwise, congrats, you just sat in class for nothing. You glorified paperweight. 1. Destroy the I'll study later mentality. I'll study later. Oh, really? Later when? When pigs fly. When your GPA's already in the grave? Get real, you lazy idiot. That weak-ass mindset is the exact reason you keep falling behind and crying before every test. Top students don't sit around waiting for motivation like it's pizza delivery. They've got a damn system. So stop being a brain-dead excuse machine and watch the video where I break down exactly how to destroy this garbage mentality before it destroys you. If you don't show up, well, you're even dumber than I thought.